I know people, it's blinding me. Totally amazing here. The home of scientific knowledge, discovery, research, truth, previous autopsies, and some other stuff since the 1st of January 2K19. I'm going to save the rant for another episode. But I've actually managed to rebuild, sort of. I managed to get it back to its original condition. That vacuum cleaner motor out of that MIELE. Now, I'm going to show you something interesting about this now, where it is. And when we turn it, you can hear that clicking. Now, my customer Dave mentioned that there was an arcing and sparking sound in there. Well, that's what that transpires it was. As I said, I've managed to rebuild this on the front end only. One side of it clear, and the other side is still making that noise. So we actually still need to find a way of dismantling this. I'm going to make a multi-billion-pound company look ridiculous now, because I'm going to do something while under the influence of whiskey. And you can see this here. That was actually in my scrap heap pile. As I said, I was just going to bin it off. Like I was going to get rid of that can over there. Let's just have another glug of whiskey while I get that broken piece of motor out of a £25 vacuum cleaner into the same build status as this one, and I bet you mine will sound better than that, and it won't. Well, that's squeaking, that's not normal. And obviously the MIELE one making that clicking sound. We'll get to that one another time. My one's here. In the previous video, you saw the state it was in, making the grinding noises and whatnot. None of that now. If we listen, completely redone and rebalanced. Now, we go ahead, put it back together in the same condition as the other one. So let's get on with it. Waffle, waffle. I'm also having a whinge and moan about these companies like MIELE, because, alright, they make pretty decent stuff, like the frames of what they build in these vacuum cleaners and fridges, washing machines, whatever, is pretty good. The motors, however, why the hell are they building them in such a way that when they fail, you can't do anything about? Well, it's simple. It's called profit signs. They don't care about you. They don't care about the environment. They only care about their own greed. And I think we need to do something about that. We need more people like me that can take these sorts of things that are broken and rebuild them. Wouldn't this be something if, under the influence of half a bottle of whiskey, I'm able to sort of put this back together in a way that's going to rival a company that builds these things for a living and who own multi-billion a year. Well, as we can see, I'm doing an okay job at this so far, aren't I? Just knock those down. As I said, we're only going to just put this back together in a to the same standard as what that one is. Let's see if mine makes as much noise as theirs. And this came out of a £25 vacuum cleaner that was scrapped months and months ago. I decided to just pull the motor back out of the scrap because it was featured on the YouTube video before. This is going to come under the part 2 of that autopsy. And also the ability to have a whinge and moan at other companies as well. How fantastic is that? All we need to do is that one, and that one. Oh, that's in there. And put the knot on. That looks pretty good. And we just need to tighten that down using barcode tool set. 13mm, I think that will be. So like that. And one of those. And then all we need to do is attach our motor brushes in. And we're good. I'll just it's a little bit. Put that away. How are we doing on that time? It's okay, isn't it? Still flapping around a little bit loose, but it won't do in a minute. I think is now turning. No noise at all. Let's compare. Whatever that was, I've just knocked over. Something's just gone flying. I just better put that socket back anyway. I don't need that. Nor do I need that. Let's just push that back down. Because we now don't need that for the moment. So just set that off there. Screwdriver we might need. Sort of. Let's just have a quick glug of this, because I can now afford to take the mickey a little bit. And yeah, so that's MIELE's. £100 that'll cost you for a replacement. No user serviceable parts in it. This one came out of a £25 vacuum cleaner. My rebuild. Let's turn them slowly. There's a squeaking. Let's turn mine. Nothing. Okay, I need brushes. I know what you're going to say. Cheating. You haven't put brushes in it. Well, we will. Let's just put motor brushes in. There's one. And there's our other. Both assembled the same. That's nothing to do with that. That's just a lid on my whiskey thingy. And do we have any other screws around here? No, but the motor brushes are in nice and tight anyway, so think it really matters too much. But we'll go ahead and put them in anyway. If we can. Oh, there it is, hurrying along. Just flew out. Let's just fit the brushes in. Not sure if that's the. Oh no, that's not long enough. It's too short. Because I'll be knocking other stuff over. That's one of them. And there's another. There's another one of them somewhere. I think that's it. Might be too long, that one, but we'll see. Looks fine. That's it. That's the other one. Complete rebuild to the same levels as theirs. Let's just put that out of the way. In fact, we can even go one better if we wanted. Even fit. See, this is how you want to do things. Just attach our own motor controller on there if we wanted. This needs to be screwed in. Well, we won't bother with that for now. This is just a side-by-side comparison. Right, here we are. £100. My rebuild 25. Let's spin them. Zoom in a bit so you can see and hear it a bit better. Yeah. That's theirs making horrendous noise. It's Miele's, and this is mine. No noise at all. Spin those really quickly. Clicking away. Mine. Can even spin it quicker if we want. Trying to hold it down. The thing's a little bit stiff actually. Let's try and hold it down. Not too bad. That was only just the screwdriver in that. Face them face on. There one. Clicking away, my one. Only a little bit, but it's not tightened down properly. The nut there, as you see, is still loose, so. Right. There's hissing away. Mine, nothing. So, my verdict on the failure with the MIELE is taking another one of these. This is a motor brush and, you know, like pencil leads. Draw a line there, as you can see. We'll draw a line there. And you can see that. And our motor brushes, there's one there and one there. And when we turn that, it's clicking in time with that line. Click, 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 click. Just move our hand out of the way. See the two lines. Brush in line with that, brush in line with that. In terms of clicks, it's clicking in lines with those lines. What a way of putting it, clicks in line with the line. And it's still squeaking and hissing like a good one. Good news is now I think we can rebuild that one too, if we can get into it. If not, we'll modify my one to fit. And I think we can, because that front, although it's designed for that, I can get it on there too. So Dave, I think I might be able to repair your vacuum cleaner with an aftermarket motor. I think the idea needs a little work, but I think it's going to work. Aftermarket motors might be the way to go. I might need to do something about the frame of that because it doesn't quite fit perfectly. But I think we can. If push comes to shove, we might be able to do something with this. £100 for that? Nah, and you can't even overhaul that. We'll still try and fix it, because now we're pretty sure that it is brushes that's gone in there and some other stuff. I think bearings might be knackered. But that's my rebuild. Now it's just been fetched straight out of my scrap pile. See? Lot better, innit? That's my rebuild. This one will cost you £100. And that's their version. Crap, innit? I think we'll need to strip that down and rebuild it. And who knows, it might end up as good as that. There you are. 2 vacuum cleaner motors. That one from MIELE, a multi-billion-pound company who specialise doing that stuff. You know, who have got access to all the fancy factories and whatever, but who can't be bothered to manufacture something that's user serviceable. My build, 25 quid. Well, out of a vacuum cleaner worth that. The bits that are sort of salvageable from anywhere, really. And it was just going to end up scrapped. Take your pick. Who would you rather have? Some company who's just going to be wasteful and encourage you to keep spending money, because that's going to cost you £100 for a motor for that vacuum cleaner there, which sort of goes in like that. And they want to sell you essentially another vacuum cleaner. Shit. Or mine, which I can sort of fit in there. As you can see, it will go. Potentially, anyway. Leave that to you. But that's the end of the autopsies pretty much for the moment.